I think we just need to let ourselves experience more of the world.
I mean, how else do you invite possibilities for anything to happen if we don't step out, if we don't look out from our phones? There's potentially no space for anything interesting or exciting to happen. If we ordered in and not dine out, if we watched a show at home and never went for movies, if we caught up with friends online and never hung out, can we truly make space for life to happen? Can we really let it unfold like swan magic?
And now we are here ordering some food. Okay, I should show it like that. London Yard pizza. I hope she likes it. We suck at ordering, but we just randomly picked something that sounded nice and whatever the uncle said. Yeah.
Wow.
First of all, I just want to say thank you. It really means a lot. I'm very, very grateful for like this. I'm very excited as well to get to know you more. I remember the very first time I met you.
Okay.
Your smile, it's very contagious and it's very beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
And I also heard that was your birthday recently.
It was actually 15th of December.
15th of December.
Yeah.
Guess
I
what?
decided to do a crazy. Yeah.
Yes, no, tell me.
Last year I had gone for this fellowship in Dehradun.
Uh-huh.
So I celebrated 24th birthday with 15 strangers. They planned a very cute surprise and everything. But this year I was like, how am I going to top it? So I threw a festival for 200 strangers. And
That was the
catching up
catching
festival.
up
It was
festival,
also like
yeah.
launch of catching up. So it was more like, I love to be busy on my birthday. But yeah, guess what? When
We
is your
are
birthday?
continuing the celebration for your birthday. I've got to do something. Wait.
Birthday is not ending only this
Birthday is
year.
not ending. I hope you like chocolate. I thought that was the safest option. I should not be experimenting. I hope it stays. Okay, how about I put this? You just
Yeah.
blow this out. Okay, so we'll try one more.
Try
time.
one more time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's you. It was you. Let's just say it was you and not the wind. It wasn't the wind. It was your birthday first. So, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. Red wine. Some ice cubes like that. Turning 25.
I'm very happy that you asked about this, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't have a reason to say no. Like, why would I say no? I would love to. Even this, if this never comes out, this is fun. This is great. And just this. But I'm sure it'll come out and I'm sure it'll do great. Even if it doesn't do great, we've had.
It's an experience.
Yeah, it's an
And I want to
experience.
live for such experiences. And I feel like creating content this way is pushing me as a person and my boundaries to like step out and ask people. If I wasn't doing this, there was no reason to ask
Excuse.
you.
Oh my god,
Yes.
yeah. Excuses. I love to create excuses. This is a great excuse to do it. I think everything that I do is basically an excuse. It is.
I have to say right now, it is very difficult to step out and try to make new friendships outside of work and romantic relationships. Okay. And when I saw conversations, I was like, brother, this is exactly what I need in life. I love this idea because this is not just for right now, it's an ideology that you can that people can follow, that people can learn from. And I absolutely love that. But I want to know, how did you start? Like, what was the idea behind this? Like, tell me a little bit about that.
Say yes to life more often is literally the statement that we use to describe conversations. Like, say yes to life more often, because the idea is, if you don't step out, okay, like today I didn't come here and I would have probably sat in my home and
Do your mundane
scrolled.
things, yeah.
Yeah, like scroll or doom scroll. What otherwise I would have done? Like, I don't think I would have let life happen to me. So I always say this to a lot of people, that say yes to life more often. We'll give you, as conversations, I want to bring a lot more excuses for you to say yes, right? And these are literally terms that I use all the time. It's not something that just came up. It's just something that you said, but it also aligns. But I'm just like planting excuses for people to take. And while doing that, I'm collecting humans who also say yes.
What is the craziest thing that you have said yes to so far?
There are no big things, okay? There are a lot of things like, I would rent. I love solo trips, and solo trips changed my life, and all of those things like basic answers, okay? But I believe that life works in a butterfly effect, okay? This is my theory.
Okay, I'm ready for this. Tell me.
Life works in a butterfly effect. By that, what I mean is, okay, today I said yes to this. Now we've made this video. Now someone else will see it, and something else will happen. I don't know in the moment how this is going to lead up to. Okay, now I went for this random trip one day. It was Goa. I entered the hostel room, and there was this girl who was already there.
Okay.
I sat down and spoke to her for 3 hours. Okay, and the topic of conversation starting was there was khakra in my bag. Okay, so that was very like icebreaker. Ki like, are you Guju, bro? I was like, yeah, I am Guju. She was not, but she knew that this is khakra, whatever. And then we spoke for 3 hours, everything like startup and growth and all of these things that you wouldn't expect in a Goa nomad hostel to have a conversation like this. You go there with no expectations. Now, cut to like 3 months later, we are connected on Instagram. We vibed very well in those 3 days. I was busy, I was there for work. And 3 months later, I put some Instagram story, she replied. And that's how actually conversations went to Bangalore for the first time. Because she said that, why is this only in Ahmedabad? I'm like, cool, let's make it happen in Bangalore. I said yes to that. My best friend was getting engaged in Bangalore. I was like, I'm coming, I'll come 5 days earlier. I will do it in Bangalore. I stayed at this girl's house, the girl I met in Bangalore, in Goa hostel. I stayed at her house. She flew down day before yesterday for my birthday and for catching up festival. So like that friendship grew so much that now it's very like Bangalore conversations happened because of this. And now Bangalore conversation has changed my life in n number of ways. So like butterfly effect is basically you don't realize that when you're doing something, how much impact is it going to have? Or what all is it going to change? Going on a Goa solo trip, dude, 100% large impact. Not Goa, like any solo trip for that matter. There was a year in my life where I went to Goa 6 times. Solo 3 times. And I was just like, it made me a cool person. I was never a cool and interesting person. I've become a cool and interesting person now. That's because of conversations, because I met like 500 people, heard their stories. I know how people work. I really like to meet people. I really like to listen to their stories. It made me a better listener. These are the things that you don't learn in life other than
experiencing it, saying yes without saying yes.
So butterfly effect. So there was no like one big thing that I said yes to, but a lot of small things that I said yes to. A lot of small things which kind of changed me a lot. I went to Bombay to study. The Bombay before Saloni and the Bombay after Saloni are two very different persons.
Why do you say that?
I would say that before Bombay wala Saloni was a little conservative in her approach. And not in an orthodox fashion, but a lot more in a very close to the viewpoint of my world. Like, this is how world is for me. And that's it. That's the only way to look at it.
You got a larger perspective. I recently went Bombay, bro.
Okay.
And that is, you're saying this, I felt the very exact same thing.
Okay.
For 2 days, okay, not more than that. But I just saw people living their lives to their fullest potential. I love Bombay, okay.
Do you think that you're a different character or you're a different person when you're in a different city?
100%.
What are your cities?
Bro, okay. So I went Jaisalmer for the very first time. That was my first trip. And for that 4 days, I don't remember being Hitaka.
Okay.
I just don't. I did everything that I wouldn't do. I said yes to everything. I was like, who cares? I'm not going to be here tomorrow.
So, you know how people say like traveling changed my life, da 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 da. I have a theory behind that also. Like, how does traveling change your life? Is because you allow yourself to be more than who you think you are. Because you're just like, kaun dekh raha hai? There's nobody else telling you that, hey, that's so not you. Saloni is a different person in Bombay. Saloni is a different person in Bangalore. Saloni is a different person in Ahmedabad. And I have 2 personalities. Like, at least these 2 ke beech mein switching. It's like a spectrum.
Sasha?
Sasha. So I am Sasha and I'm Saloni. And these are 2 very different people. And Sasha is extremely delusional, extremely optimistic. Like, when I say delusional, I mean optimistic. Like,
in a good way.
Yeah, in a very good way.
You have to believe you can do something in order to do it.
Yeah. We were talking about like women in leadership,
okay.
And they were like, hey, dude, Indra Nooyi, who we look up to so much, is hyper delusional, and there's no way otherwise she could have built what she did. I don't like being delusional anymore. I love being delusional. Do everything for the story. You know,
for
this
the
whole
twist.
For the plot twist.
What's the harm? And then I'm like, oh, that's a story to tell now.
Once in a year, I have to do an experience which is putting me outside my usual space.
What
And
was
I'd
it?
recommend you to do this also. In 2021, I went for this thing called BHX Project. I don't know if you know about it.
No, I
It's
don't.
called Beach House Project. I was 21 at that point of time, and I was the youngest. Yeah, I was the youngest at that. And so BHX Project is basically like 25 people, strangers living in a villa for 5 days together. And these are all like creativepreneurs or like fun people, dude, great people. मतलब सुबह 10 बजे से सेशन शुरू होते थे, 6 बजे तक हम काम नेटवर्किंग करते, 6 बजे के बाद पार्टी होती थी. गोवा में था ये भी. This is also Goa. And so after that, every year I'm just like, I have to do something. This year I went for Jagriti Yatra.
Yes, I was gonna bring that up because I didn't know anything about it until I saw your stories.
Yeah.
So I was just, for some reason, so happy that I know you to be able to know that. Now tell me about it. How was it? What is it like?
Jagriti Yatra is basically you live on the train. Okay, extremely uncomfortable, extremely inconvenient, but worth everything.
Like, you have to shower in the train?
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Yeah. You live on the train. It's a sleeper class, so there's no AC. First, and you don't need AC.
Yeah,
let's say.
okay.
But there are 500 young entrepreneurs on the train, and there's an age limit. You can't be on that train if you're above 27.
Okay.
There are people above 27, so you have to go as a facilitator. You can't be a participant and go.
The first thing I check is like, how do I go there? What do I need?
Yeah, it's the 16th year that they did this.
Uh-huh.
So you go across India, like the diamond we finished, and they are all about like, we are catering to the middle of India, which is not the hyper rich, not the hyper poor. We're catering to the middle class, which is the most of India. And they teach us about building businesses. They teach us about building enterprises at a large scale and stuff like that. But उन लोग ने जो सिखाया वो ठीक है. It felt like I was in a school picnic. ठीक है, जहाँ पे lectures थे. हमने बहुत सारे lectures में ध्यान भी नहीं दिया, bunk भी किया, सब कुछ किया. But the people around me, you see, like they've actually collected people who really want to, who are curious, who really want to work on their own like personal growth and stuff. So these are the people who are around you, and these are people who are building great businesses or are thinking of great businesses. So it puts you in a very different sort of a ecosystem. It puts you in a very different sort of a headspace. I came back and I was extremely existential. I felt like I was not doing anything meaningful. I felt like कि मैं क्या ही कर रही हूँ अब. वो quarter life crisis था ये एक महीने पहले. Honestly, like out of those 500 people, there were at least 5 people from each state of the country. ठीक है? And dude, they've done like real shit in life, but modest and humble. You're like, अरे मैंने कहाँ कुछ किया है? They are really like bringing a change in the world for real, not just for the branding perspective. You know what
I feel most of the things that we see online is just more or less marketing. It's very rare to actually find true inspiration these days on the internet, I feel. So it just happens when you go out there and meet people. So like for me as well, when I met you, I just felt like there's so much that I can learn from you.
I get what you're saying because when I meet people, okay, specifically my dinner club experiences.
Yes.
You come for
Yeah,
one,
I
right?
came for one of them.
Every time I sit down on that table, I realized that there is so much to learn, there is so much to take. Every time, life is so much learnings to people. Pooja from Green Straw, she keeps saying this. She runs Green Straw Cafe.
Okay.
She's one of the women I'm just like, I want to be like her. She keeps saying that I am the sum total of every person, place and experience that I have been.
At the end of the day, when you're dying, what are you? You are the experiences that you have lived. You can sit at home, probably watch YouTube,
and live through other people's experiences, or live through
create
your own.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love that. I need to write it down somewhere. I have a sum total of all the experiences I live.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's like people, right? Like, I feel like the way I talk has been picked up from someone else. The way that I express, picked up from someone else.
One thing that I'm really curious about is how starting this whole conversations thing has now transformed the way you look at friendships and connections, because I'm pretty sure those are like two different worlds.
But that's a great question, dude. Like, honestly, this is something that I've been thinking in the last few days. Because like I love the fact that I have my core people. Okay, I have my 10 core people from different phases of my life, and like on my 21st birthday, they all became like best friends because we were all on a trip together. So now it's like one big group that I have, and these are my core people. Like they are going to be the bride squad when I get married. Because I have that safety net, it makes it very easy for me to go out there and just be myself. Because no matter whether someone new will like me or not,
You'll always have
like
that.
this set of people are my safety net to fall on. But newer connections and newer friendships are becoming easier because one, I know what are my non-negotiables in friendship. So new friendships and connections, if you're asking me about, I don't come from a place that I desperately want to make you my friend.
Okay.
That gives me space and time to feel ki, can we really be friends? Because otherwise I have my people. So a lot of people in the last 2 years, they've become a part of my core, specifically because of conversations. They've become a part of my core. I met them through conversations. But very few, like very few. Whether kaise, see, I've met 500 people. Like I'm probably in touch with through conversations. Through conversations.
Randomly just dropping there, okay? And with 500 people. No, that's a crazy, wild number.
Yeah, but
That's
now,
crazy.
like, but I'm only in like probably in touch with from like Instagram stories and replies, like talking, or maybe I've met them once or twice again, about 50 people. Then maybe I will connect with 1 or 2 people who really like spoke to me, like felt like, dude, I really want to learn from you. So there's so many people that I've met, and then I would just like reach out to them and be like, hey, yaar, matlab, let's just sit down and talk and have this kind of a conversation with them. No agenda. I hate conversations with agendas, right? Ki, matlab, I love it when it's work. You give me a pointer of what all we are going to talk about, so you don't waste time. But otherwise, when we're talking, I don't want to have agendas. Like, let's just talk about everything in the world. No, like, I really want to know you as a person. So when I heard that you're doing this, I feel like I've always wanted to do this. I have a list of 20 women I want to do this with. My theme of this year, fun and fulfillment. That's like it's a startup lingo, North Star Matrix. North Star Matrix is something that in this financial year, this is one thing that we're looking at increasing. So
Okay.
let's say if it's a tech company, they'll be like, our North Star Matrix is app downloads.
Okay, got
So
it.
they just focus on app downloads and nothing else. Then no branding budgets go extra, no this goes extra. Only things that drives app downloads. So similarly, like I have North Star Matrix for my year in life, which is fun and fulfillment.
That was for 2024.
That was my 2024 North Star Matrix. So any project that comes my way, is this bringing me fun and fulfillment? Okay, मतलब मेरे basics taken care of है. It drives down to like whether the team will enjoy it or not, and learnings that I need to pass in, because it's also a responsibility, right?
So like your decision is eventually gonna influence all
yeah.
of this.
So a lot
as
of
well.
times I try and also like involve everyone in that decision making. I ask the question, like the North Star Matrix is fun and fulfillment. Whether this is bringing me either one of that, then I will do it. If not, then it's a no.
I'm really curious about what is the matrix for 2025. What are you
I am-
thinking?
Okay, I'm
Give
like,
me clues, hints.
no, I'm not decided yet. I'm
Okay.
still like on the fence of it. But there's this one line that I read recently, which is like keeps coming back. It's just hair, it'll grow back.
Okay.
Stay with me.
Yeah.
But when I say it's just hair, it'll grow back, I mean to say more like take the risk. Like you will forget it. Like if it doesn't work out, you will forget it, and if it works out, you will never forget it, right? So it's just hair, it will grow back. So I'm thinking more on the lines of my theme would be like living out of my league. I think that we live in leagues. Like once we do a nice project, it steps up, and then you are in that league of projects. Not just work wise, even like personal relationships wise. I have seen my friends changing the type of friends that they make. Living out of my league. I feel like, why would this person want to hang out with me? They are so smart and they're so wise. I know for a fact that 6 months down the line, I will not even realize that they're actually a really good friend, and I am also bringing a lot of value to the table. I'll tell you, this VHX thing that I went for at 20, I was youngest. I was like, why would any one of them want to talk to me? Because like I have nothing to give them. I don't know anything. I just resigned a job that I was doing, and I was in a space where I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, what I'm going to do next in my life. But when they validate, these are people in my eyes, they're like, dude, these are
Wow.
fucking successful.
Yeah.
Like wow. When they came and talked to me, when they understood what my life has been like, and they all just wanted me to be on that table for the energy, like just for the vibes.
What is your big goal? So now that you're thinking a little bigger, what's that next big goal that you're looking
Work-wise?
forward to? Both. Personally, growing as an individual, and then work-wise.
I feel like the boundaries are very blurred. Like I realized after I asked, because boundaries are very blurred, because right now I'm deriving a lot of growth through work. Like personal growth is happening through work most of
Oh
it.
yes. I get it.
Like work-wise, I think the big goal will change in like 2 months. I'll tell you. Probably by the time the edit is done, my goal will change. But honestly, like creating spaces where people feel like they belong. Okay, I love to make people feel like it's home. With conversations, the idea is for people to feel like they are at home even when they are with strangers. The comfort that you get to be able to create that space in whatever format that I can create, just to like create that space for people to belong, because I really love it to just step back. Like this is what happened at the festival. People are like 200 people are like singing and jamming and dancing and like hugging, and I stepped back and witnessed that. Every time this happens, I remember the first conversation that I ever did. People were talking, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? This is so beautiful. So that happened to me, and then I stepped back and I was just like, this is what I want to create. Like, I really want spaces where people can belong. Quotes we live for, quotes we live by.
That is true. Some quotes actually just
Stay. Yeah.
and they change you.
Yeah.
And I guess what should be one for today? I think that was the hair one. It's just hair; it will grow
It's
back.
just hair, it'll grow back. Yeah.
That is gonna stay with me for now.
But yeah, like doing it, people will forget it. People will forget that you failed. If you forget that you failed.